we had a Southwest pilot that got caught on tape. Now we're gonna run that piece of tape for you guys, but you won't be able to understand it because all he's doing is cursing, and we had to bleep all that out. And then so we'll explain to you afterwards what's happening. But he's taking off from San Francisco. He appears to be conservative and is very displeased with the not only the city of San Francisco, but its citizens. So let's listen.
113 is ready to go. Yeah, this place. Goddamn liberal weirdos. Probably driving around on days. Lower. They go slow as.
Last calling on tower. That's 12410 hot mic.
If you don't have balls unless you're rolling coal, man. God damn it. There's Southwest 531 is ready to go.
All right, I'm trying to figure out what my favorite part of that is. One of them is, your mic's hot, over and out. Okay. But, and then, the goddamn Hyundais are going too slow, man. Right? And then, but no, for me, my favorite part is like, apparently you don't have testicles unless you're rolling coal, goddamn it. Okay, so I had to look up what rolling coal is because apparently I'm not cool enough for this. So this is rolling coal. That's what it means. And they do this because they're maniacs and they think it's cool to poison themselves and everyone around them. I've seen guys who then stick their face in it. And then there's a sign that says Prius repellent on one of the trucks. Right, and so the guy might have been referring to Priuses when he referred to Hyundais.
Hyundais, yeah.
So
because I was rolling coal there.
You're apparently a weak liberal from San Francisco.
I think Subarus are affiliated with lesbians, and I was like, maybe he was talking about Subarus. Because Hyundai is that's not a thing that liberals love. I don't understand that.
Driving around in those Santa Fe's. If I see another Sonata, I'm gonna lose my junk. Here he rolls more coal.
So we're gonna do a poll on this, obviously. Should the hillbilly? I mean, the conservative pilot be fired? Yes or no? We're gonna have you weigh in on that. tyt.com/polls. But before we get to that, I want you to hear from Southwest and then and the FAA. Okay, they now want you to make up your mind. Southwest says our corporate culture is built on a tenet of treating others with concern and dignity, and the comments are inconsistent with the professional behavior and overall respect that we require from our employees. Well, yeah, that's true. Okay, and I like that. I thought they were going to say our corporate culture is built on rolling coal.
Southwest a mellow company, dudes. Like Southwest has like the co-ownership. They pay higher than most other companies. They're based in Dallas. I don't know what that means about them, but it's just like when you take what you hear from the Southwest flight attendants before the thing, which is always like their tight five about putting your trays in there upright and locked, like then it's just like, yeah, take those trays and shove them up your butts if you drive a Hyundai.
Maybe a two-door. I heard what Boss said about the Subarus. Now I'm totally against the Subarus. Okay.
I think I heard that on like Planet Money or something like that. I know there's a car company that like tied a lot of their marketing towards like lesbian people in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
A few years back.
Very specific.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Subarus.
I wonder if there's a car company for overweight Turkish guys.
That's the G-Wagon, Cenk.
That's Roland Cenk. Okay, so hold up. Now let's give the FAA a chance to regulate, literally here. They say FAA regulations prohibit airline pilots from talking about subjects that are unrelated to safely conducting their flight while taxiing and while flying below 10,000 feet altitude. Apparently, once you get above 10,000 feet altitude, you could roll coal all day and hate on San Francisco liberals and random car companies, okay? But anyway, so apparently what he did was wrong in that regard. But I'm gonna shock the world and say, no, he should not be fired. So he's a right winger, and if he hates a particular group of people and he's a cop, well, that's a problem, right? Let's say it's not based on ethnicity, race, or any of that stuff, but he's a cop in San Francisco and he hates people in San Francisco. That would be a problem, right? But you're a pilot. Presumably, you're also on the plane, so you're not going to run to the side of a mountain. I don't really care if you hate liberals. I say let him go.
The guy shouldn't be fired for being an idiot. Definitely reprimand him and be like, look, man, don't do this anymore. But lose your job just for, hating people who don't have truck nuts. It's fine, like it's gonna be completely fine.
Right, like if he's such a right winger that he like refuses to use the engines on the left wing of his plane, we have problems. If instead, in addition to his landing gear, like we have to weight control by not letting people on the plane to accommodate the jet nuts that he's hanging out the back. Yes, we got to get rid of this guy, but it's crazy though. Like if you think through all the stuff that you have to pass, like all the tests that you have to pass and how together you have to have it in certain respects to be a pilot, and then to be taking off just talking intense trash against like an entire city that you service in addition to 150 destinations throughout the continental United States and parts of the Caribbean. Like you gotta be kidding me. Like it's very strange. But to be fair, I know some pilots, and when they're up in the air, they're memorizing rap lyrics, they're doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, look, I wouldn't want a progressive pilot fired because he left the mic on and was trashing Trump, right? Or Trump voters. So just, you got to be fair and see the shoes on the other foot. It doesn't seem to be a safety issue. So I'm definitely in favor of letting him go. So I'm going to vote no on having him fired. But I'll end on a somewhat serious note. Look, Bill O'Reilly said the terrorists should take out the Coit Tower in San Francisco. So there is an uneven playing field here. I mean, if a politician said anything bad about Alabama or Mississippi, people go nuts. I mean, remember the other day, actually, Michael Moore and Keith Olbermann said something about Texas, and they were trying to make a point about the Texas politicians and their deregulation led to that freezing mess in Texas. And people got all like verklempt. I mean, both the right and the left were like, how dare you, right? But like right wingers are like, oh, why don't we blow up San Francisco? And I hate all of them. And everybody's like, yeah, that's totally fine, normal, no problem.
So crazy.
I wouldn't expect anything less, honestly. Like I said, like if you spent your whole day and years of your life listening to Rush every single day and Hugh Hewitt and watching Fox News, like I kind of expect this, honestly.
Yeah, and the Southwest is that the pilots all like frequently wear like intense American flag, like ties on. It is a little more, and it is a Texas company, so it's not out of the question to expect it. A lot of pilots are former military pilots.
Well, look, if you were really intensely American, you'd really like the fourth largest city in the country. It's like sometimes the right wing forgets. San Francisco is in the United States of America.
The Hyundai, these liberals with their lowered Hyundais. Like I feel like there's like an anti-Asian racist thing going on there too. And it's great that he hits everyone.
Just the stray bullet to Hyundais. It just doesn't even make any sense. Like what did they do to you? Besides make affordable quality cars, man. Come on.
I just bought this car because if I go bankrupt, there's a forgiveness. I can just take it back. Also, Lebowski did the voiceover. I'm just being nice.
Poor Hyundai. They were just collateral damage, man. Went to go get lunch. Next thing you know.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.